Welcome to class today. My name is Randy. Today's flow is going to be a flow just to open up our whole body. So hopefully you should leave this class feeling good, opened up with a little bit more space. Let's start in cat-cow. So come onto your hands and your knees, wrists below your shoulders, hips above your knees. Pull your chest through your arms. Inhale. Exhale, dome the back. Drip the head towards the sky, tuck the tailbone, spread through the shoulder blades. Maybe take a moment longer here than you normally do. And then inhale, come through the arms. Oh, yeah. Take these at your own pace. As always, feel free to move in a way that feels authentic to your body. So if you want to do some barrel rolls or some side stretches, maybe even pull your hips back towards your heels a little bit. This moment, this time on your mat is for you. So if you ever feel like taking any variations or moving in a way that feels more authentic to you, taking any modifications, please do so. Flip your toes. Lift your knees about an inch off the floor. Push into the hands, spread the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone, pull the navel towards the spine. Good, now hips up and back, down dog. Pedal out your feet, left and right. Ground down through the heels of the hands. Really working your chest back towards your thighs. You can sway your hips from side to side here as well to add in a bit of a side stretch as you walk your dog. Inhale, come to stillness. Press through the heels of the hands. Drive down through your heels. Press through the heels of the hands, wrap the triceps back. Energize, driving the heels down. Pop up onto the balls of your feet. At the base of your spine, we're going to start rolling forward until you're in plank pose. Bend at the knees, send the hips back up. Down dog. Balls of the feet, wave forward, plank. Bend at the knees, tilt the tailbone up, dog. Roll forward, plank. Bend at the knees, tilt the tailbone up, dog. Good. Walk your hands towards your feet. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe you have a bend in your knees here. Take a sway from side to side, left to right. Let your head hang heavy. Release any tension that you're feeling in your jaw at the corners of your mouth. Now, come to stillness and then start bouncing up and down a little bit. If you'd like, you can wrap your hands behind your head, clasp your hands behind your head, and work your elbows towards your shins. Again, bent knees here. Loosening up the fascia in the back line of the body. Good. Hands come to the floor. Right hand comes right below your face. Bend the right knee. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale. If you want to take the bind, go ahead and rotate your hand and then try to slip your hand in between the right hip crease. Open up. Release. Bring the left fingertips to where the right ones are. Bend at the left knee. Sweep the right arm up as you inhale. Rotate the thumb so it points towards the back of the room. Then bring your back of your hand towards your sacrum and see if you can slip the hand in between the left hip crease. Opening up the spine. Nice long spine here. See if you can gaze up towards the sky. Release, hands to floor. Walk back into your dog. Bend at the knees. We're going to jump, step, hop, however you want to get there. Your body to the front of the floor, or your feet to the back of the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hands to the floor, jump, step, hop, float your feet to the back of the mat. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Bend at the knees. We're going right back to the top of the mat. Jump, step, hop. Your feet back behind your hands. Halfway lift once you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms up towards the sky as you stand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift, palms to the floor. Jump, float, however you want to get there. Your feet to the back of the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, get your feet to the front of the mat, however you'd like to get there. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep the arms up. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. Palms to the floor. Jump, step, hop your feet back. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee into the chest, still in your down dog. We're going to circle out our knee here. So point your right knee to the right side of the room, then to the back in towards the chest. Do that a few times. Saying hello, working our hip joint. Go the reverse direction. Working on some mobility here. Good. Straighten the leg up towards the sky, right knee to right tricep. And then back to dog. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sweep the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Right or left knee to the mat. Lift up. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Stretch that left front leg. Ooh, hello. Good. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. Lift the back knee and just stay here. You can rock back and forth on your hands. Find some movement here as we work into our right hip. You can have your hands on blocks here too if you need to bring the floor up to you. Good. Right foot meets left. Hips up, down dog. Sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Left knee into chest. Let's do our circles with the left leg. Go the opposite way. Good. Sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Left knee, left tricep. And back. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right knee comes to the mat. And lift the arms up. Wrap the left hip back as you roll the right hip forward. Bend into the left leg. Reach the arms up nice and long. Feeling a nice stretch in that right psoas. Just breathe here for a moment. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. Lift the back knee. Working into our left hip. Go ahead and do some movements here. You can move side to side, front to back. Gaze out in front of you. Just saying hello to our hips. Good. Left foot meets right. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky. This time open the hip. So work your right heel towards your left glute. Let's pull ourselves over nice and slowly. Swivel that grounded foot coming into wild thing. Place the right toes behind the left leg nice and slowly, and then lift your chest up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to chest. Right toes as slow as you can get them there to the front of the mat. Good. Sweep the right arm up. Right hand to the mat. Bring the left knee down. Rise up. Right hip wraps back. Roll the left hip forward. Bend in to the front leg. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. Lift the back leg. Maybe take your movements here. Right foot meets left. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Open up your hip. Left heel reaches toward the glute. Oh yeah, that feels juicy. Swiveling the back or the grounded foot. You're coming into wild thing, so slowly drip those left toes towards the ground and puff up your chest towards the sky. Lift the hips. Rotate your right shoulder onto the back body. Slowly as you can, bring the left toes in towards the chest and then bring them to the top of the mat like you're moving through honey. Hey, there we go. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Oh yeah. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Right knee to the floor. Lift up. Here we go. Reach the arms up. Wrap the left hip back as you roll the right hip forward. Bend deeper into the left leg. Focus on sensation. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. Lift the right leg, seek some movement. Flossing in and out. You can go side to side. You could do circles. That feels kind of good. Nice strong arms. Gaze out in front of you. Proud long spine. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets right. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Ground down into the heels of the hands. Drive your heels towards the floor. Good. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Open it up. Wild thing. Oh yeah. Inhale, come back up. Right toes to the top of the mat. Warrior two. Open it up. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Breathe into it. Again, you can be more lifted than this. You can have your heel popped up. Those are all variations you can feel welcome to take. Come back into your warrior two. Side angle. Sprinkle the right fingertips down towards the mat as you reach the left arm up overhead. If you want a bit of a side stretch, rotate your fingertips so they point towards the front of the room. Wrap the right hip in. Ground down through the knife edge of the left foot. Left hand comes to the floor. Right foot meets left. Down dog. Sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Open it up, wild thing. Left knee into chest. Left toes to the top of the mat. Warrior two. Come right into it. Adjust your feet as needed. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Warrior two, open up. Sprinkle the left fingertips to the inside of the left foot, side angle. Another variation of this, you can have your left forearm on top of your left knee. And reach the right arm up overhead. For additional side stretch, point the fingertips towards the front of the room. Wrap the left hip back and ground down through the knife edge of the back foot. Opening up. Right hand comes to the floor, left foot meets right, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Sweep the left leg up, or right leg up. Open up, wild thing. Oh yeah. Inhale, right knee to chest, toes to the top of the mat. Open up, warrior two. Adjust your feet as needed. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Side angle. This time we're going to wrap our side angle here if you want. You rotate your left thumb towards the back of the mat and then bring the palm or the top of the hand to your sacrum. And you can, for a half wrap, see if you can sneak it in your hip crease. If you want the full wrap, you're gonna take your right hand, put it underneath your right thigh and seek out your left hand. And open up. Gaze in between or right by your right foot. Try to open up the chest. Right hip pulling in towards the midline. Release the bind, hands to the floor. Right foot meets left, down dog. Sweep the left leg up towards the sky, inhale. Open up, wild thing. Toes to the front of the mat, warrior two. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle. If you want to take the half wrap, point the right thumb towards the back of the room. Back of the hand comes towards your sacrum. See if you can grab in between that hip crease. If you want to take the full wrap, left shoulder comes beside your knee, and then see if you can wrap the left hand through and seek the right hand. Open up, left hip works towards the midline. Nice strong back leg. Woo. Feeling it. Hands to the inside of the left foot. left foot meets right. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky, inhale. Open up, wild thing. Right knee into chest. Right toes to the top of the mat. Warrior two. Okay, here we are. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle, with or without the wrap. If you want to take half wrap plus a strength variation, you can reach that right arm forward. Release your wrap. Straighten the front leg. Reach the right arm forward. Right fingertips to the inside of the right leg. And reach the left arm up. There's also a half wrap variation you can take here if you want. Same process. Point the right finger towards the back of the room. Seek out the hip crease. Lengthening that back leg. Good. Bend into the front leg. Cartwheel the hands to the floor. Right foot meets left. Hips up and back. Sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Open up. Wild thing. Left toes to the mat, to the front of the mat. Warrior two. Inhale. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle. If you want to take that half wrap, right thumb points towards the back of the room. Sneak it in between the hip crease if you want to take the half wrap. And float the left arm for some strength. Left hip works towards midline. Nice energized back leg. One long line from your right foot all the way through the crown of your head. Straighten the front leg, release the bind, reach the left arm forward, triangle pose. Reach the right hand up, fingertips. Hand can come to the shin, to a block. Fingertips can come to the floor. We have options. We always have options. If you want to take the half wrap, back of the hand towards the sacrum, seek out the hip crease. Gaze up over your right shoulder or up towards your right hand if you're not taking the bind. Good. Release the bind, bend the right or left leg, hands to the floor, left foot meets right, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky, inhale, open up, wild thing. Left, right knee into chest, bring the toes to the top of the mat. Warrior two, open it up. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle. Take your half wrap or not. If you know you're going to go into half wrap triangle, from here, straighten your leg and bring your right fingertips to the floor, keeping your bind. If not, just go into your triangle. Release your bind. Bend into the front leg. Lift on up. Half moon. Your hand can be under a block here. Fingertips can be on the floor. Hips are opening up towards the side of the room. Nice, energized, lifted leg. Breathe. Square off the hips towards the mat. Bend the right knee to bring the left toes to the back of the mat. Hands to the floor. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Sweep the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, open it up. Warrior, and wild thing. Puff up the heart, knee into chest. Bring those toes to the top of the mat. Open up to warrior two. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle. Take the wrap or not. Triangle. You can either keep your wrap here or not. Wherever you are though, make your way into triangle. Release your bind, bend through the front leg, come on into half moon. I have a micro bend in my standing leg, reaching my arm towards the sky, right arm, energizing through the back leg, hips opening up towards the side of the room. Square off the hips towards the mat. Bend into the left leg and slowly bring the right toes towards the back of the mat. Hands to the floor. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Last iteration here, guys. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Open up. Wild thing. Bring the right toes to the top of the mat. Open up, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. Warrior two. Side angle. Triangle pose. Half moon. Square off the hips, warrior three. Toes to the back of the mat. This time, hands to the inside of the right foot. Work your right shoulder behind the right calf. Like you're putting on a backpack strap and you've got your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Leg is kind of sitting on your right tricep. Bring the left toes up to the top of the mat. Okay, we're gonna play with peacock pose here if you want. If not, you can stay here in this position. If you wanna play with peacock, bring your right hand up behind your right butt, right glute. Lift the left hand up and see if you can grab your left wrist with your right hand. This is just for fun, okay? If you don't wanna do this, you don't have to. I'm gonna try to face towards you. Okay, and from here, you're gonna come up on your right toes. Maybe you stop here today. Maybe you want more. And you see if you can lift onto that left foot and come into standing with your bind. Hey, all right, and if you're here, maybe you see if you can straighten that right leg a little bit. Maybe it's a bent straight-ish, that's okay. All right. Bend, slowly bring it back down to the floor, release your bind. Maybe shake out the hips. Okay, down dog. Get those feet back to the back of the mat. Left side. Sweep the left leg up. Open up, wild thing. Left toes to the top of the mat, warrior two. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Warrior two. Side angle. Triangle. Half moon. Warrior three. Work the right toes back, back, back. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. See if you can get your right or left arm behind the left leg, like you're putting on a backpack strap, okay? And then maybe a few bounces, and then bring the right toes up to the top of the mat. Okay, maybe you're working here, okay? And this is where you're at, and it feels good and juicy. Maybe you take the wrap, okay? Left hand comes back behind the left glute. Right hand reaches up, back behind the back, and you see if you can clasp your hands, okay? And then we come pop up onto the left toes and ground down into the right foot and see if we can lift up. Okay, hi, here we are in this pose together. And then we see if we can straighten the left leg. Even if it doesn't go all the way straight, that's okay. And then we slowly bring everything back down to the floor, release the bind. Maybe a few pumps of the legs, shake of the head. Come down to the floor, bring your knees on down. Fingertips back behind the hips. Lift the hips up a little bit. Open up the front body. Did a lot of forward folding there. A lot of binding. Release and come down to your back. Heels come back behind your glutes. We're going into bridge pose. Lift your hips. Ground down through the heels. Open up. Maybe you reach for your ankles. Bring your hips back down towards the floor. Let your knees fall to the right. Come back through center and let your knees fall to the left. Through center, let them fall to the right. Through center and let them fall to the left. Good. Point your knees back up towards the sky, coming into another bridge pose. You can also take wheel if you feel ready for that. Ground down into the heels, lift your hips. Clasp your hands under your butt. That would be a great option to help open your shoulders here a little bit. Ground down through the hips. Try to send the bend up towards your chest. Breathe, constricting the back of the throat. Bring the hips down, release your clasp. Let your right knee cross over your left. Simple twist. Gaze over your right hand as your knees fall to the left. Release, come through center. Cross your legs the opposite way. Let your knees fall to the right as you gaze over the left hand. Release. We're going to go into a forward fold before we wrap up the class. Legs come out long in front of you. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Release your feet. Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of the feet together. Lengthen the spine. Fold over. Open up those hips a little bit here. Feels good. Release the lower back. Get a nice stretch into the glutes. Hands can come into prayer at your forehead. Sit on your third eye. Release. Lay down onto your back. Take up some space. Let your legs reach nice and wide. Arms as wide as you can get them. We're taking up space here today. Close your eyes down. Release any tension that you feel in your jaw and between your shoulder blades. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. We're going to break this into 3 exhales. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, we're going to do the same thing. Hold. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Inhale through the nose, hold at the top. One, 2, 3. Good. You stay here as long as you need to before you head back into your day. I hope you're feeling a little bit more spacious after that practice today. I know I am. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today, and I will see you next time.